Hey guys, Richard here from the School of Nomads. So in today's review I want to go through a product called Traffic Cloud. Now Traffic Cloud is due to be released on May the 4th. So in a nutshell, this is an application that allows you to drive traffic from various social media platforms using things like GIFs and images that have your links embedded in them. So we'll go through the sales page. I'll take you over to the application itself, and then I'll take you through the actual OTOs and then talk through some of the pros and cons I see around an application like this. And then hopefully you can make a more informed decision before you go ahead and purchase. So as I said, my name is Richard Darby. This is the School of Nomads. If you want to hear more reviews like this one, please go ahead and hit the subscribe and notification bell, and I'll let you know as soon as I post new reviews. And if you want to learn how to build a long-term sustainable business online, go ahead and check out the link in the description below over to the School of Nomads, and I'll take you through the whole process. So just before I start, my reviews are based on my own experience as an affiliate marketer, and also my own experience of buying products for more years than I care to remember online that have not always met my expectations. So I'm going to look at this really from a newbie's eyes and thinking about, if I was a beginner, would this actually give me any value? And that's kind of the perspective I'm going to come into this review with. So let's just go through the sales page. Again, this is all about generating traffic from social media sites using those GIFs and those images. So they talk about how easy it is to use. They talk about the integration with the various social media sites, Twitter, LinkedIn, Blogger on the front end. There is 3 others once you start buying the OTOs, which I'll go into. You create posts. You can actually utilize the search function within the application to go ahead and get billions of images the same. But what they're actually doing is connecting with all the free, which you could actually go and search for images anyway in. But, you know, they're making it easy to kind of search for these images, which is fair enough. You can embed links so you get 100% free viral traffic. I'll talk about that afterwards. And they're talking about how easy this is to use. So I'll keep scrolling down. They talk about how easy the application is to use. You just create, you embed, and you publish. There's a demo here. He goes through exactly how to create each one of these sites. Can be used for all different types of sites, because obviously whatever your website link is, you can embed it in the images, so you can use it for all sorts of things. And then I got to this, and this is some proof around Amazon products sold using Traffic Cloud. Now, I'm hoping before this actually goes live that this gets changed, because this is the same proof that they use on a different product called the Time Management product, which is a PLR product, and it's exactly the same proof. So I'm hoping that that's just been left in there because this sales page isn't finished yet, but this isn't proof as well, which is why if you're a kind of a beginner listening to this review, just always ignore any kind of proof on sales pages, because very often I'm afraid it's just copied across from previous products. So I'm hoping they change this out. Carry on scrolling. They talk about the benefits of Twitter, LinkedIn, and Blogger. I kind of get Twitter and I get Blogger a little bit, although you have to work with both of them to actually get audiences, and I'll talk about that afterwards. LinkedIn is actually a business network. Now, I don't know anybody who actually makes money from LinkedIn, so I'd be interested to hear off the kind of creators of this around their success on LinkedIn, because to me, LinkedIn is a professional business network, not really one that you tend to do much affiliate marketing on, but I'd be interested in knowing how that actually works. So let's have a look at the numbers. This is what they're saying we're actually going to get for our money. The 2 billion royalty-free images, they're saying that's worth $192,865. It can't be worth that, guys. It's free. It's not worth that at all. It's 20,000 searchable GIFs, free. 1,200 searchable viral quotes, free. Post creator editor. So okay, these are all kind of estimates based on if you were to pay somebody to do some of this stuff, I guess. But you can't claim that you're saving that much money there, because these are free sites that we're getting the actual images off. It should be $207,564, which is great, and you can get it for $27 if you buy the personal use, and obviously the agency rights is $37. And there's a 30-day money-back guarantee if the purchase falls short of your expectations. So, okay, let's look into the actual app itself and see what the application is actually like. Okay, so I'm over on the application now. There's a number of things you can see. Pretty simple application. You just come in and you can see all the various stats around what you've already produced here, the GIFs, the images, the custom campaigns. There's a demo video there, some quick links on the right-hand side. And you'll actually see that the actual graphics they're bringing in and the images are from Pixabay, Pixels, Unsplash, Flickr, and Gifty. So obviously these are all free sites, and they're just bringing in the free content from those sites. So That's fair enough. You can have campaigns here. You can go ahead and create campaigns. Have automations here that you can get when you actually go to Pro, and you can automate some of your campaigns for the future. You have campaign reports, automation reports, training here, which shows you how to integrate with each of the various social networks. So if you go down to the settings tab, you'll see you need to integrate the API on most of them. And then you've just got some training down the bottom that shows you how to create the various types of campaigns. So really it's very simple, the actual system itself. They say this is unique and has never been done, but to be honest, I was reviewing an application just yesterday called Publer that does exactly the same as this. I think the only difference was it wasn't integrated with the various graphics platforms. So that makes this kind of a bonus because it's easy to go ahead and get graphics. So from that standpoint, the actual interface works fine. If you go to the campaigns, you can come up and you can add various GIF campaigns, image campaigns. I won't do it now because you can go ahead and if you want to go and purchase this, do it yourself, go through the training. But if you add a custom campaign, just for an example, you would have a campaign name, you would upload an image here, and then you would have a redirect URL that you can actually use to redirect. And once you then see the preview, you can go ahead and save it and select the various networks you want it to post to. So it will post to these networks automatically. Now, the different networks that you're going to get if you get OTO1, you start off with Twitter, LinkedIn, and Blogger, and then you can add Pinterest, Tumblr, and Imager. So there's kind of the 6 networks. Now, here's where I kind of struggle with apps like this. One, it's not unique. If you go on AppSumo right now, you'll see lots of apps just like this one. Really, especially if you're a beginner, unless you've already got a following on these various sites, then who's going to see any of these GIFs or images that you're going to post? You're not going to get any traffic from anything because nobody's going to see them because you've got no following. So you're going to be posting into these networks and you're going to get no response. So we've all got social media accounts. We know how that works. This is really only going to be good for if you're more advanced or you've got a following on one of these types of platforms, or you're going to concentrate on one of them and just try and get a following. So there's kind of some drawbacks if you're a beginner been using things like this. What you're not going to do is post one of these images or one of these GIFs and suddenly get traffic out of nowhere. That's not the way it's going to work. In fact, what you'll have to do here is, because the way this posts, it doesn't add any kind of hashtags to the actual posts themselves, which is obviously when you go on things like Twitter and Tumblr, you need to add hashtags to your posts to actually get people to be attracted towards them that aren't already your friends or your followers. So you'll need to actually go to the sites anyway just to do that, because as far as I can see, this doesn't allow you to do that directly into this application. So there is some big drawbacks for this, especially if you're a beginner. Now, it's not all down, because I guess if you wanted to use something that was reasonably inexpensive to post to a particular social media site and you had a following, then this may be something you can utilize. But if you're a beginner, I don't think it is. So let's jump over to the OTOs and I'll take you through them. So the front end is going to be $27 to $37, like I said. And that's the images, which obviously are not theirs, but you can search for them. The GIFs, the post creator, everything basically I just showed you. One-click instant sharing to Red Hot, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Blogger. You can schedule posts and you've got some detailed analytics. It wasn't that detailed, but you've got some analytics there. The OTO Traffic Cloud Pro, and that's where you get the additional platforms Tumblr, Imager, and Pinterest. Advanced automation using keywords. You can search for things on keywords. So OTO1 is going to be $37 to $47, and depending on whether you have personal or agency rights, and you can get $5 knocked off both of them if you go for the downsell. And then OTO2 is just the resale rights for this product, so it allows you to sell this product and keep 100% of the profits. Now again, just to kind of give you my pros and cons. My pros are that I think that, if you already got a following on social media and you wanted somewhere to come along and get some GIFs and be able to publish these things relatively quickly, I guess that this could be a good tool for you. Even then, I see better versions of this when I do reviews on things like AppSumo. There's lots and lots of these types of apps out there. And secondly, another pro is that they're obviously connecting to all of these free image sites, so it does kind of cut the time down that you'd need to search for images if you wanted to. On the cons, and I'm looking at this from a beginner's perspective, if you've not got a following on social media, coming in and buying some kind of shiny object like this and just making a few GIFs and putting them on social media is not going to get you any traffic at all. As far as each of these types of social media are concerned, the types of images that you use and the GIFs you use, the formats are slightly different, and I didn't see anywhere in here that you can change the format of those images. So some of the posts might look a little bit odd. I even see in the demo that some of the posts are kind of cut off depending which social media site you post them to. And again, lastly, I think if you're just starting out and you're looking for a way to make money online, this isn't going to be a product that you should purchase, because these kind of tactics are not really building a sustainable business online. It's more about having just a piece of software that does a little bit of a quirky thing. It's not really about building a long-term sustainable business online. So thanks for watching, guys. This has been Richard from the School of Nomads. Again, if you're interested in hearing more reviews like this one, go ahead and subscribe and hit the notification bell, and I'll let you know whenever I release my next video. And if you want to learn how to build a long-term sustainable business online, go ahead and hit the link in the description below, and I'll take you through the whole process step by step. Until next time, guys, take care.